Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of the most offensive podcast ever. I'm Slimmy V, and today I am going to be talking about Roland Martin and King Randall. King Randall is a founder of a preparatory school out in Georgia. Okay? And Roland Martin had a little bit of beef with King Randall and how because King Randall said us black men, or for instance, young black men, need to be self-sufficient and not rely too much on the government. Roland Martin had an issue with this. I'm going to play a little clip. I'm going to stop. I'm going to interject my opinion. And I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's long. I'm going to post that in the description, and you can watch that for yourself. It starts out with him talking about voting. And King Randall responding to Roland Martin that he don't feel black men or women or black people voting will fix everything in the black person's life. Correct? He doesn't feel like it's going to resolve every single thing. He feel like black men should go out there and do for self. If you have a problem with this, go out there and fix it. This is what King Randall is saying. The dude is 21 years old. Roland Martin tweeted at him because he was a conservative, and the way his thinking was, assumed that he was a Republican. Again, I'm going to post the link in my description. You can watch that whole link. But this, I'm just giving you my feedback on this because I'm a person that have a mindset that the school institution, the public school, whatever school out there, it's screwed up and it's messing us up. And I believe schools should teach you how to be a leader, teach you how to open a business, teach you how to run a business, teach young men and women how to go out on dates, courting, teach men how to cook, teach men how to fix cars, teach us black how to file our taxes, teach us different tax laws in different states, how to buy property, okay? How to be self-reliant. This is how I feel the school should be teaching us black people, or for the sake, humanity, right? But the school systems out here today, they teach you just enough so you can work at a corporation or some other institution. Okay, so you got these big corporations out there looking at these colleges or universities and say, okay, what you got for me? So now you're being prepared to work for those corporations. So now let's hear this little mini debate with Roland Martin and King Randall. Please, at this moment, give me a thumbs up. Comment below. Do you agree with me about the school system today? It's setting us up either to go to prison or to work for a corporation. That's what it's setting us up for. But what King Randall is doing, I think, is a phenomenal job. And Roland Martin got on him in a way where I'm like, why? He is too democratic. He is too much on the Democratic plantation. His ideology is why I oppose so many Democrats today. And trust me, I could side with some Democrats, but him, it's too much. Too much D. Pause. Too much D. Democrat. Anyway, let me roll this. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna give you my take, but I also want to hear your takes too in the comments below. Let's roll it.
Definitely think that is an issue that I believe you guys could fight.
He is talking about voting. Roland Martin is saying, don't you think voting is something you guys should fight? He was like saying, nah, that's not my issue. Okay, so I skipped that part because I want to get down to the nitty gritty about the schools and the institution. He feel like you do that fight. You fight for the voting if you feel like it's going to fix it, but that's not my fight. I'm fighting something else. Let's continue.
But that again, voting is not my issue to fight. I believe.
So what's your issue to fight?
My issue, I fight for young black men before they die. And that's what I do in my organization. I do teach them to vote, but I don't tell them that voting is going to be the be all end all.
No one says the be all the end all, but it's a part of it.
But you guys promote voting like it's just going to change like the systemic outlook of the black community. That's not where it's at. We have to get out and go do for self in our own communities.
He is absolutely 100%, 1,000 million% correct. 1,000 million. We have to go and do for self. We keep complaining about the same thing, thinking that we're going to put people in position, all right, by voting. We think we're going to put people in position to come out and help us when you got corporation or lobbyists, giving them bread and money to do what they need to be done instead of working for us. So we got to go out there and do for us. And look at Roland Martin. Look at him. I can't.
So define do for self.
When I say do for self, you shared one of my tweets, my videos, and I was actually a big fan of yours, but you shared one of my tweets when I said black people need to stop begging the government and go and do for self out in our communities. You shared the video and called me an idiot. I didn't see anything idiotic about that statement at all.
So when you say do for self, like what? Explain that.
Okay, for example, here in Albany, Georgia, we complain about our school systems a lot. Many of our young men can't read. They have very horrible literacy rates. We don't have any rehab programs here for juvenile offenders. What I decided to do, I started a program 2 years ago, decided to do for self, and I started taking children into my home. I started taking custody of kids from juvenile court, and I started molding them and training them and teaching them skilled trades, etc. Now I'm 21 years old. I just purchased a school here in Albany, Georgia to combat us being in the government-funded schools that are not teaching our children what they need to learn. So that's what I mean by do for self, simply getting up and going out and do it.
So
I beat the stereotype that I'm young, black, in America, and I can't do anything because somebody's holding me down. Absolutely not.
So a question.
Teenagers went and go ahead. Me and some teenagers went and bought a school, and we just bought a school bus simply from going out and doing work. We decided to go fix our own communities. I'm not expecting anything from no politician. I'm not expecting nothing from Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or nobody. We're going to go do it for ourselves. And that's what I believe we need to be doing. I can vote, sure, but nothing's going to change in our community.
So you went to...
Woo! This young man, he is brilliant and wise behind his years. Wow! He just tore it down. You should have seen Roland Martin's face when he said, I was a fan of yours. Roland Martin was like, damn, I screwed up. I screwed. Yo, the young man looked up to you, but you call him an idiot for opening up a school and teaching other young men to do for self and not to rely on politicians to give you stuff, free stuff, put you in position for stuff. When you're going to see that, oh, I got this, look at all my resources. Let me see what I could do for myself and my community. And oh, I got young men around me. Let me gather these young men. Let's pool our money together. And let's open up this school that's going to be funded by private donors. Let's get on with this. Roland Martin, what you got to say?
You went to the juvenile court system. Is that not government?
Absolutely.
So when you say purchased a school, and this school is going to be what? Private school, charter school? What kind of school is it going to be?
No, it will be independently owned. This will not be funded by the government.
No, that's why I asked you. So it's going to be a private school?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a boarding school.
A boarding school. And then for the folks to be able to afford to send their kids to the boarding school, what kind of mechanisms are they using in Georgia? Their own funds? Are they using school vouchers? What are they using?
I can't hear you. Say that again for me. You're breaking up.
I said, what mechanism are they using to send their kids there to pay for the school? Their own money, or are they utilizing vouchers from the Georgia government?
Absolutely. So for our school, we're financed completely by donors. We have many donors that have given yearly endowments to our school that will be able to pay for these students to come to our school for free. Many people believe in our mission, and we're making sure that young black men, where we live, where we don't have any rehab programs for juvenile offenders to even get out of jail and stay out of jail, we have people that believe in our mission that are trying to send children to the Expo Boys for free. We have many people that are trying to send kids to this boarding school to be able to take care of themselves. That's what I mean by doing for self. We got to simply get up and do it.
So you don't believe that government policymakers play any role whatsoever in being able to impact the lives of black boys and others in Georgia?
If we take them out of that government system, we don't have to worry about that. I keep saying.
How is that? So no, hold on.
Okay, see, Roland Martin wants us to rely on the government. And what this kid is simply saying is we could go out there and do for self without being reliant on politicians or government to do for us. He purchased a school. He's putting black men in position to be successful for themselves. But Roland Martin don't want to see that. He'll like say, no, hold on. So you telling me voting this such and such, but what he really means is you telling me that Democrats are not putting you in positions to succeed? That's all his schnick, man. Like, he's not giving this young man props on opening up a school, on taking this huge, big responsibility. That's basic. This young man is carrying like a mountain on his shoulders. Give the young man some props, Roland. You know what he means. Of course we're going to be in a government society. Of course. But at the same time, we don't have to rely on the checks that they're giving us. We could go out there and do whatever we have to for ourselves, man. Like, and I keep reiterating this, and it's driving me crazy that Roland is like, he acts like he don't know what the young man is saying. You got. Roland Martin has got. That's what I've got to say. Let's finish up and let's see what else he has to say. Look. He look like he just want to say something.
Oh, so here's the question. Hold up. Here's the question. Mm-hmm. How do you remove someone out of a government system when we all live in government systems?
My goodness. You folks out there, you see what I'm talking about. Like, he knows what the young man is talking about. Why does he act? He's too intelligent for this, guys. I've been watching Roland Martin for all these years, and I've come to figure out, yo, dog, you are too democratic, man. You are too democratic. You move towards the middle a little bit, dog. Be a little bit independent. You're trying to put black people in a place where they have to rely on the government? And this is what the young kid is saying. Just because they tell you you can't do anything doesn't mean you can't. You could go out there and do whatever you can as long as you go out there and do it. There's resources all over the place. Going out there and voting. Voting is not the end all be all. And Roland, yes, he does make it seem as if like voter suppression and voting and all that stuff, like, as if you got to do this. And he's absolutely wrong. Like he said, he don't need Biden. He don't need Trump to tell him that he can do it. He's going to go out there and do it. Good for you, young man.
Okay, being literal, absolutely we all live in a government system. Absolutely. However, you can do things to remove most government from your life.
How?
As far as trying to get yourself off of food stamps,
How?
trying to get yourself off of welfare. You got to go work. You got to get jobs. You got to get out here and go and do it.
So hold up. So I'm just curious. So if somebody doesn't have a job
Mm-hmm.
Are they not applying to government for unemployment benefits or insurance?
You see? Of course. But you want to remove yourself from being dependent upon the government. What is so hard for you? Look at his head. Yo, that brain of his, it's like it's there for nothing. And Roland is smart. He's intelligent, but I don't get that he don't get this. What's going on? And the reason why I'm stopping this, anyway.
Absolutely.
So how can that person remove themselves out of government when that's what government provides?
Absolutely. Well, my thing is trying to make sure you're not allowing the government to finance your whole entire life. As long as you're giving somebody the right to feed you, you're giving them the right to starve you as well. People.
Wow. As long as you given the government power to feed you, you are giving them power to starve you. That is worthy of a bomb dropping. I need a bomb right now. Where is Funk's Master Flex when I need him? Where is he?
People are living their whole lives off the government systems. It was the day the government decide, well, we're gonna cut food stamps, we're gonna cut this and cut that. What we gonna do? We have people out here living off those systems. So I believe in teaching our people how to go survive without the government.
You know what? I'm gonna end it right there. He is absolutely 1,000% correct. We have people on the government system for life. For life. What do you think we have a lower class? What do you think we have a middle class that supports the lower class? And the higher class are the class that kind of provide jobs for the middle class, right? So we could provide for the lower class. So he's absolutely right. How do we get the lower class to come to the middle and for the middle to go to the top? How do we do that? Okay, the school system is all messed up. Okay, it's a school to prison pipeline, and it's also a school to corporation work line. All right, so that's all. I'm gonna stop here. I just wanted to give this young man props. Okay, so I'm a put the link in the description. You can watch him school Roland Martin all day. Okay, and I'm sorry if y'all offended, man, but that's what I do. I'm Slimmy V, and this is the Most Offensive Podcast. God bless, stress less, and let Yahweh give you rest. I'm out. Peace.